Hello, I'm Dragon Rider Luke. I'm a Christian streamer, and I'm always up for a friendly chat about my faith. I also think that it's important that people read or hear the Word of God frequently, so the next 5 minutes or so will be a chapter from the Bible. If it feels like I'm skipping around, that's because you're not watching my videos in stream order. Acts 26. Then Agrippa said to Paul, "You have permission to speak for yourself." So Paul motioned with his hand and began his defense. "King Agrippa, I consider myself fortunate to stand before you today, as I make my defense against all the accusations of the Jews, and especially so because you are well acquainted with all the Jewish customs and controversies. Therefore, I beg you to listen to me patiently. The Jewish people all know the way I have lived ever since I was a child, from the beginning of my life in my own country, and also in Jerusalem. They have known me for a long time and can testify, if they are willing, that I conformed to the strictest sect of our religion, living as a Pharisee. And now it is because of my hope and what God has promised that has promised our ancestors that I am on trial today. This is the promise our 12 tribes are hoping to see fulfilled as they earnestly serve God day and night. King Agrippa, it is because of this hope that these Jews are accusing me. Why should any of you consider it incredible that God raises the dead? I too was convinced that I ought to do all that was possible to oppose the name of Jesus of Nazareth, and that is just what I did in Jerusalem. On the authority of the chief priests, I put many of the Lord's people in prison, and when they were put to death, I cast my vote against them. Many a time I went from one synagogue to another to have them punished, and I tried to force them to blaspheme. I was so obsessed with persecuting them that I even hunted them down in foreign cities. On one of these journeys, I was going to Damascus with the authority and commission of the chief priests. About noon, King Agrippa, as I was on the road, I saw light from heaven, brighter than the sun, blazing around me and my companions. We all fell to the ground, and I heard a voice saying to me in Aramaic, 'Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me? It is hard for you to kick against the goads.' Then I asked, 'Who are you, Lord?' 'I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting,' the Lord replied. 'Now get up and stand on your feet. I have appeared to you to appoint you as a servant and as a witness of what you have seen and will see of me. I will rescue you from your own people and from the Gentiles. I am sending you to them to open their eyes and turn them from darkness to light, and from the power of Satan to God, so that they may receive forgiveness of sins and a place among those who are sanctified by faith in me.' So then, King Agrippa, I was not disobedient to the vision from heaven. First to those in Damascus, then to those in Jerusalem and in all Judea, and then to the Gentiles. I preached that they should repent and turn to God and demonstrate their repentance by their deeds. That is why some Jews seized me in the temple courts and tried to kill me. But God has helped me to this very day. So I stand here and testify to small and great alike. I am saying nothing beyond what the prophets and Moses said would happen, that the Messiah would suffer and, as the first to rise from the dead, would bring the message of light to his own people and to the Gentiles." At this point, Festus interrupted Paul's defense. "You are out of your mind, Paul," he shouted. "Your great learning is driving you insane." "I am not insane, most excellent Festus," Paul replied. "What I am saying is true and reasonable. The king is familiar with these things, and I can speak freely to him. I am convinced that none of this has escaped his notice, because it was not done in a corner." "King Agrippa, do you believe the prophets? I know you do." Then Agrippa said to Paul, "Do you think that in such a short time you can persuade me to be a Christian?" Paul replied, "Short time or long, I pray to God that not only you, but all who are listening to me today may become what I am, except for these chains." The king rose, and with him the governor and Bernice and those sitting with them. After they left the room, they began to saying to one another, "This man is not doing anything that deserves death or imprisonment." Agrippa said to Festus, "This man could have been set free if he had not appealed to Caesar." May God bless the reading of his word. Okay, so we have a silent title screen, as I am finding. I don't think that there was any music on the title screen for Breath of the Wild either, so that's not too foreign there. And it's just showing what Zelda showed us in the of the ruins. Wish I had the ability to break open the rocks, but oh well. At any rate. It's interesting that Amiibo's down there, but I will be using Amiibo today as soon as I'm not in the cold. I have, what was it, 14 seconds left on my cold resistance, so we're going into that shrine immediately. I wonder what new ability we'll get. That's nice how they show you the map here. You may take damage or even die when you fall. Yes, that accounts for 2 of my game overs so far. And in we go. Wonder what ability we'll get. And welcome to the stream, Firelina. I did see you. I hope you're still here. My stick on a stick, bigger than the doorway. So you've made it here. Now then, extend your right hand. What do we get? Ascend. Move upward through solid materia and emerge on top of it. This is the Ascend ability. It lets you travel through what's directly above you, to ascend through it and emerge on top of it. I imagine this is how we're supposed to get back to the Sky Islands after we leave them. You'll find it quite useful in all sorts of places and situations. Use Ascend and receive the blessing from this shrine. It's gonna be like Rivali's Gale, but slightly better. Or worse, depending on the surroundings. The ability to rise. It's interesting that it flashes up there red like that. It's very helpful for pointing out, oh hey, it's running out. I guess I can't use it here. Ah. Interesting. It even has me stand there for a second. Stone axe. Honestly, the long stick is virtually useless. I just did it because it was funny. Like our spiky club. Goodbye. So ascending's only useful when you can actually get below things, unlike with Rivali's Gale. Construct bow! Can't carry more of these. Here we go. There's no way to direct this, really. It's just moving me around, so... That was a little weird, but okay. Okay, so there's a limit to how high I can go with that. He's basically swimming upwards through the platform until he gets to the top. Interesting. Final blessing. And I'm going to freeze if I don't immediately use something. So you've restored some power to that new arm of yours. The door to the Temple of Time should now open for you. Okay. That's nice and all, but I really need to warm up. Let's see. I have food for that. Then I charge. Archaic Warm Greaves! Yes! I shouldn't have used my 730, that's okay. Warm Greaves believed to be from a very long time ago. Despite the old look, the heat-retaining material makes it pleasantly resistant to cold temperatures. And is also more defensive than what I already have. Okay, so I don't have to worry about running out anymore. The Zonai devices were the pinnacle of our technology. We built an advanced civilization with them and flourished for many, many years. If you can master the use of these the Zonai devices, your quest will be much easier. Okay, but what's this? My maintenance duties are completed for today. It has been another cycle with no visitors. Until today. Oh, this is a rarity. It is unusual for me to receive visitors here. I assume you will require Zonai devices to descend the mountain. Would you like to use the device dispenser? Yes, I am manufacturing Zonai devices using this device dispenser. Do you see the bowl? Okay, I've already read this stuff. The altitude here is incredibly high. It is no easy task to descend the mountain. That is why I am preparing wing-type Zonai devices. They are useful for making your descent. Zonai capsules are very convenient. They are a portable form of Zonai device that you can retrieve at any time. I suggest you deposit resources in the device dispenser before proceeding. Wing, a Zonai device that can harness lift to ride the wind. To fly farther, try balancing in the center of the wing. Huh. Ooh. The closed door complete. Well, we've seen an actual one of those, and it's way smaller, so that's gotta be just a statue or something, right? That's an image. Zelda! But different garments. My controller shook. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, but she's gone. Recall. Reverse an object's movement until it goes back to where it was. You can stop the reverse movement at any time. Ooh, so we have a rewind. Awesome. Recall. The ability to reverse the movement of an object through time. And Zelda has vanished as well. What you just saw, it's a mystery even to me. Perhaps it was a sort of echo, one that reflects her sheer will. That you've now been given this ability. No doubt, it will prove important. In the Temple of Time, you approached an altar, and in a flash of light, you found yourself with Princess Zelda. That is, with some phantasmal floating vision of her. She took your hand and gave you an ability to control time that's known as Recall. Now, the temple's deeper mysteries await you. Yeah, it's way too tall to use. Ah, I see. That is interesting. It also means that if I could get back up to the spot that I dove off from at the very start of the game, I could use that on the spinning thing there. We needed 4 spirit orbs in the last game. The goddess statue smiles upon you. Okay. Yeah, I might still need 4. The store stands as a test of your own overall vitality. You remain in a weakened state. You are not yet strong enough to open it. But there is one more shrine on this island. There you can get another blessing. If you add that to the other blessings you received at shrines and offer them all to the goddess, you might just find your way forward after all. Let me see the Pura pad. The Pura pad lets you travel to certain places instantly. Now see all the blue marks on your map? You can travel instantly to any of them. I'd suggest the one at the bottom of your map, which is where I started. Use the travel function to reach that area quickly. You'll find the last of the island's shrines around there somewhere. Okay, now we can fast travel. But another thing that I want to do... What in the world? Map. Huh. Well, that's nice. Anyway. Use Amiibo! Touch it to the NFC touch point. You need to get to a spot where I'm allowed to do that. Okay, I have Amiibo. Several Amiibo. We're going to start with the oldest first. So, Smash Bros. Link. Interesting. And to my knowledge, you can do these things once a day. So, hey, we got a wild berry, a fruit that grows in cold, snowy regions, known for its tangy, sweet flavor. It doesn't offer any special effects, but it's a popular cooking ingredient. I don't have too many of these things, so I'm going to just go ahead and use all of these every day. But yeah, if I try the same one again, that Amiibo can't be used again today. Yeah, so I only have 4. Next up, our next oldest one from Twilight Princess. Ah, bunch of meat. Nice. Raw gourmet meat. This prized cut of meat is usually from a large animal. Any connoisseur would rank this tender, juicy cut of meat gourmet. Expect an exquisite meal when cooking with this. Raw prime meat. A fresh, high-quality piece of animal meat. This stuff isn't easy to come by, so savor it. Cook it to recover more hearts. I shouldn't be struggling for meat, I guess. I have Room of Awakening. Previously, they said, oh yeah, you can teleport to the top of that tower, or you can climb up it. Now they said, you must teleport up here because you cannot climb that high. I can picture it now. Someone's gonna have a challenge run of, can you beat this game without teleporting? I can't climb this wall. So, how am I supposed to get up there? I can't move it. I can't climb this wall, and rewind doesn't get that within a distance I can actually get to. So, this is fun. Clearly, that's not how I'm supposed. Oh, where? Oh, hold on a second. I'm dumb. I do like how your abilities don't have to charge up after you use them. I suppose the reason why they had the cooldown before was because stasis on enemies is a little strong, and, bombs with no cooldown would be a little strong. But in this, you don't really need that. None of the abilities that they've given so far would need a cooldown. Here's our new shrine. First, for the room. This is a crystal refinery. I can take your crystallized charges and use them to produce energy wells. Now, what are energy wells? An energy well can increase the capacity of the energy cell you are carrying. This increased capacity will allow you to use Zonite devices for longer periods. I can produce these energy wells for you if you bring me crystallized charges. So I begin production. Or would you like me to explain crystallized charges? Get producing. 100? Okay. One note regarding the Zonite required to process crystallized charges. The mines on this island have nearly run dry. I doubt there's enough left to produce an energy well. But there's more to be had. Check the distant depths of the world below. That is its original source. Okay. We've got more of these things, which, again, I can't understand how they work, but, I guess we'll find out when we actually need to use them. In the meantime, let's get this going. The ability to rewind. I get it. And we've got a little thing that marks where it's going. Nice. Ten arrows. I have a lot of arrows. But, with the crafting system in this game, I imagine I'm only going to get normal arrows, which means, that's going to be pretty useful. I see. Okay. We are. May the light of blessing grant you the strength you seek. back out to the Great Sky Island, and let's see if I can figure out how to get these things working. Because my previous method of hit them and see what happens didn't do anything, so... Yeah, that's not doing anything. Let's see. Ah! That's what this is for. Okay. Off we go! I missed. That's okay. I can get the Korok in a second. Let's see how far I go. Oh, it can get me much further than the Temple of Time. Unless it suddenly starts plummeting or something. Oh! Oh, there's a limit to how far I can go, yeah. Okay, there's no water on top of the Temple of Time, so we're going to dodge that. Because I would die. Instead, we're going to come over here. And not die. Okay. We managed to not die, so there's that. Up we go. And here we are. At the top. I guess there was water up here, but not enough that I would have not died by landing in it. You who have conquered the shrines and claimed their lights of blessing. In exchange for 4 lights of blessing, I will grant you power. You're only allowed to get a heart container here, because otherwise you couldn't make progress. You want a heart container, yes? Yes. I shall grant you the power you seek. It's getting rid of evil power from Link, because remember, he started off the game with all of his abilities. So his power is just being suppressed. Heart Container, a rare item that restores some of the life force you lost to the gloom, increasing your maximum number of hearts by 1. Go, and bring peace to the world. Ah, it's not just the Hyrule this time, it's the whole world. Are we gonna have multiple of these things? I know the Master Sword was pulled out by 13 hearts, but
Good.
good. I see you have managed to...
to
okay.
open the door.
Cutscene.
You haven't fully recovered yet, but that is to be expected. You were almost beyond saving. By visiting the shrines and receiving their blessings, you have mitigated some of the corruption's effects. Though our time together has been brief, I am so happy that we finally met.
What? He's going away?
You are exactly as Zelda said.
Here's the broken path I spotted earlier.
I've done everything I can for her. Now it is up to you.
Aww. I imagine most of his power was spent holding back Ganon all this time. Can't be used here. That's okay. Didn't see that coming. What's this? That's the sound for fine. Ah, rewind. Zelda received it. How? And the sword's just gone. It's one of the dragons. Oh, it's Nadra.
Link. Link. You must find me.
Can you give us a hint as to where? To the Kingdom of Hyrule. Looks like my option is jump off or jump off, because, yeah. But I don't have a paraglider, so let's, yeah, I see some water. Let's go. That is a long way down. Oh, I see you have a Z number in the bottom right. It has X, Y, and Z on the map. I can't get to that platform. Let's land in the water. Hyrule Kingdom. Is that really what I think it is? Hyrule Restoration Materials. Use this materials cache for all your building needs. Come find us if you'd like a dream home. Hudson Construction! It's not Bolson Construction, it's Hudson. Nice. Let's see. Can I make a cart? That's gonna be a real ingenuity test. Let's see. So... okay, if I shove it along the ground, that's not rolling. Buoy. Alien Shroom! Common mushroom found near trees around Hyrule. Eat it to restore half a heart. Well, there's one other way I can think of to do this. But it's gonna take some work. I'll just let that play out.
Witness the blood moon's rise. When its red glow shines upon the land, the aimless spirits of slain monsters return to flesh.
It's a little more ominous.
Just as they did in a war long past. The world is threatened once again.
The way she said that sounded like she was possessed. Gonna have to work a little harder on this one. That's not what I wanted. Oh, come on, it attached to the rock. Out of there. Okay, so the idea is the top one needs to be this one. Needs to be this one that's face up right now. But the rest has to entrap the wheels so that they don't roll out from under it. And there has to be something to keep the wheels off the ground. Or keep the wheels on the ground while everything else is entrapping it, is the issue. Let's see. Okay. Now. Woo! That's what I worked so hard to make. It's totally not worth it. It went nowhere. Okay, I'm just curious. Oh, it does let it go without having to entrap the wheels. I feel so dumb. Okay, let's get rid of some things. Hey, it rolls. What I was after this whole time. Okay. This is my new horse. Yes, I have to redirect it every 20 seconds, but it's my new horse. Look, it can even ride banks. Not well, but it can. Traveler's Sword? An average sword used largely by travelers. The blade has decayed, but it can still serve its purpose. Hyrule Herb. This healthy herb has not changed since ancient times. Drink it before eating to increase the number of hearts it restores. Ah. Food. That works. Oh, come on! I was winning! Alright, so where did my vehicle go? Gotta be nearby. Unless it went away when I died. That would stink. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh well. That's a shame, but... Abe Village ruins well. What? The trees are enemies. Sturdy, thick stick. A solid stick cut from the crooked branch of a tough tree. It has high durability despite the way it looks. Puzzle foes are in this game. Got it. Shape rotation. This is looking like it's going to be lots of fun. Okay. I see. I needed it as a bridge to get over there. Oh boy. Not doing it. This will do it. Fine. Tasty elixir. Oh wow, they can give you some nice stuff in here. It's definitely not the sort of thing they would drop in, they wouldn't drop any food or elixirs or anything in here before. Grants a mid-level haste effect, which boosts your movement speed while running, swimming, or climbing. And through it goes. That'll work. My first optional shrine. It is the Shrine of Light, that which imprisons and purifies the ancient evil. You have done well to reach this place. Whoa! Thanks for the raid book! Punch out. Hello. believe that's the first time I've gotten a raid from you? Just finished a shrine. The first optional shrine. Thanks so much for the raid. Oh, there are wild horses. I mean, I expected as much, but so far I haven't found any horses, just a vehicle that I made, and then it vanished when I died. Not stream or stream early. Fair enough. Okay, what's this spot over... Oh, this... filled with malice. You feel awful. That makes sense. Hyrule Field Chasm. Hey, Traveler, I'd stay away from that stuff if you care about your health. Folks are calling it gloom. If you get any on you, you'll start losing your strength, like it's sapping your life away. I touched some gloom while poking around in the depths, and now look at me. The worst of it will recover on its own, little by little, so long as you're on the surface. But while you're in the depths, you won't recover at all. I thought I was going to die down there. Yeah, they have. It's really nice. But you can see my total playtime in the top left. I haven't played very much at all. Some investigation leader I turned out to be. This is just pitiful. I'm completely reliant on Duval, so I really want to recover by noon. Okay, so if I step on this... No, Traveler, don't do it! If you touch that, well... It'll sap your strength and you'll end up like me, too sluggish to move. Okay. I just want to see how fast it goes. Please be careful! Okay, but, your maximum number of hearts will decrease? Seriously? That's mean! How deep could it be? You've played 10 hours and didn't feel like you do much in the game? Whoa! Hey buddy, what's the big idea? You can't just walk up behind someone who's standing on the edge of a chasm. For one thing, a nasty accident like that would surely help the research here. Yep. Chasm investigation is super important right now for the Zone Eye survey team. If even one researcher had to stop, Joshua, who's hard at work on plans over at Lookout Landing, would cry. Not okay! Chasm investigation? Oh. You know, the giant holes that showed up after the upheaval. There are lots of them, just like this one, all over the world. Can't see the bottom, so they're so deep. So filled with mystery! We must continue our research for the sake of our dear Joshua. Who's Joshua? Oh. See that tower over there? That's where you'll find our base of operations, and incidentally, Joshua. Oh, you have about 30 hours, and still so much to explore. I mean, my first time through Breath of the Wild, it took me 120 hours or so to finish, so yeah. Oh, also, don't storm me again. I'm very busy with my investigation, no matter how much I'd prefer to be in bed right now. Okay, and the chasm is marked on the map. Love the title for today. I mean, I used it last time, but I thought this was good because it does accurately describe what people do on every social media, Twitter, YouTube, etc. It's impossible to browse them without seeing at least some form of spoiler, but I'm doing my best. Because I'm hoping to get some protection from fall damage. Like we had in the last game. Seriously, Link, why did you ever abandon your paraglider? Did you think you wouldn't need it again? Link! Oh, people know who I am. Awesome. It's you. You're back. Where have you been?
Aw.
Last anyone saw of either you or Princess Zelda was when you went to investigate the gloom. And then the castle rose into the sky and everyone's been so worried about what happened to you both. Pura has nearly worn herself out trying to figure out where you two went. Pura is working in that large building over there. The one Sheikah building out of the whole lot of them. Oh, and it looks like she relocated her telescope too. Please report to her right away. She'll want to know you're alright. Lookout Landing. I'll never forget that awful day when you two disappeared and no one could find you. The way Pura went into a serious panic, well, it's the same we've all felt at Lookout Landing since then. Lookout Landing? This place is known as Lookout Landing. When the gloom began to seep up from under Hyrule Castle, Pura started observing it from here. But now we're all looking out for any signs of Princess Zelda. The whole effort is coordinated from this place. Pura is in that building over there. Please report to her right away. She'll want to know you're safe. Hey, at least we don't have guardians running around right here, right? So that probably helps. I swear I saw something fall from that giant sky island. Was it a person? Was it you? That's ridiculous, of course. Sorry, I didn't mean to hold you up. Pura will be eager to speak with you.
What?
Joshua! Oh. I didn't know he was a Sheikah. That hair! Those eyes! Doc!
Oh!
Dr. Pura! The swordsman! The swordsman has returned!
Okay. Now where have you been?
She's looking a little older.
Linky, you're not a ghost, are you? Hey. That looks interesting.
Don't take it apart.
Phew. One step at a time. What exactly happened?
A lot. Pura, head of Lookout Landing. A young woman now instead of a little girl. I guess it's been a few years, huh?
So when you and Princess Zelda go beneath Hyrule Castle, you discover a mysterious mummy which suddenly reanimates. Then Zelda falls into a fissure and vanishes. That must have been when the castle rose and the ruins fell. Then, later, you wake up on a sky island, saved by the arm that was stuck to the mummy. You get the Pura pad from an unusual creature, and learn that your new arm belonged to someone named Rauru. The Master Sword disappears. You hear the princess's voice, and find your way here.
Yep, that about sums it up. That wasn't really necessary for me, because I came right here, but I imagine that someone who just went out and explored might have needed the recap.
Huh?
Then...
What?
Are you saying you came from up there? Yep. No idea how to get back up, though. This Rauru you met, I think that's what the first king of Hyrule was named. Are they one and the same? So much of this doesn't make sense. Yet. But I'm certain that mummy you found under the castle must be related to the upheaval. The castle rising up, the ruins falling down from the sky. The mummy must be connected to it somehow. And then there's the most important detail of all. You're sure that you heard the princess speak to you. And she gave you a clear message to find her? If that truly was the princess, then that means she's alive. Maybe she's trapped beneath the castle and needs help. That settles it. I know you only just returned, Link. but I need you to meet with the search party up by Hyrule Castle. They've been searching tirelessly for you two. The captain in charge of the search is named Hawes. Work with him to find the princess as quickly as you can.
Yes.
I know that Mummy may still be lurking somewhere around there, which is concerning, to say the least, but we have more immediate problems to deal with right now. I'm counting on you, Linky. Hurrah! Head of Lookout Landing! And we have the image of miniature her from last game. The highest authority on ancient technology. She has served Princess Zelda's family for much of her life, and has worked with the princess to research the Zonai civilization. Most recently, they started an investigation into the outbreak of gloom. She has used herself as a test subject in their experiments. Despite being over a century in age, she reversed her aging to the extreme and actually looked like a child not too long ago. Crisis at Hyrule Castle. Poor Princess Zelda. All alone beneath the castle with that creepy mummy. I don't even know what I'd do if it were me down there. Just thinking about it gives me the willies. Swordsman, you gotta rescue Princess Zelda. The princess really did tell you to find her. You'd better do so, and quickly. Captain Hosman has been leading a search below Hyrule Castle. Talk to him to see how you can help out. You must find reach the princess quickly if she's there. I'm counting on you, Link. Notes on the upheaval? Sure. On that day, the land shook and huge chasms that seemed bottomless opened in the ground. The clouds billowed and rolled as floating islands appeared in the skies, raining chunks of ruins down on us. And strangest of all, Hyrule Castle began to float in the air. It's hard to believe this is our world now. Whoever started calling it the upheaval had the right idea. An evil-looking haze surged up from the chasms that opened on the surface. The haze weakens everything it touches. People fall ill when exposed to it, and it has another curious property as well. As if guided, the miasma coiled about our weapons. There isn't a single weapon we know of that hasn't decayed as a result. We're calling this stuff Gloom. We decided to call the islands hanging in the sky, Sky Islands. Simple and to the point is best, it seemed. I suspect, based on the design motifs on them, that the ruins falling from the sky are Zonai in origin. We still understand so little about the Zonai civilization. All we know is that it flourished in the sky. While it's true that the upheaval has posed major problems in every aspect of life in Hyrule, I can't deny that it's also presented us with an opportunity to answer questions we've long had about our history. We started investigating the fallen ruins in the Sky Islands. Our best lead is a report from the chief of Kakariko Village that some unusual ruins and engraved slabs have fallen there. I decided to have the Zonai survey team work out of Kakariko Village in Necluda, southeast of Lookout Landing. The ruins that fell in Kakariko Village are massive. You can see them all the way here at Lookout Landing. From all the way here at Lookout Landing. The crater left by the castle's rise is still spewing gloom. It's kept us from making any progress with our investigation. We still don't know anything about where the princess and Link have gone. The upheaval occurred very soon after Princess Zelda and Link left to explore beneath Hyrule Castle. I fear the two events are related. Indeed they are. A stairway leading deep beneath Hyrule Castle has been discovered. Even Princess Zelda didn't know about it, so it seems safe to assume it's a secret removed even from royal legend. We have confirmed that gloom emanates from that location, meaning something down there must be causing it. I appointed Princess Zelda and Link to investigate. Actually, it would be more accurate to say that Princess Zelda volunteered for the job before I had the chance. I know beyond a doubt there is no team more qualified for such a task, and yet I can't escape this feeling of dread. I've decided to store this diary in 4 volumes. That way, if a nosy someone reads it, they'll only have a quarter of it. Such ideas are the fruits of genius. As for the first one, I think I'll entrust it to who else but Impa. Speaking of Impa, she's had a cute habit of hiding important items underneath things ever since she was a child. I have a fond memory of when she forgot about a hidden steamed bun beneath a cushion and then sat on it, squashed flat. Diaries are flat to begin with, but as they are more important than a bun, I hope she finds a better hiding spot than a cushion. Alright, there's our hint for the next one. Hose. Interesting. Wait a minute! Oh, hey, Robbie! What do you think you're doing? Joshua needs that for her chasm research. Don't touch any of it without her permission. You'll get in big trouble if you do. Hey you! Do you have any idea how worried we've been? Robbie, head of Purapad Development. So that's the arm, huh? I overheard Puro talking about it. I see. Yeah, it's pretty weird, alright. Nope, now is not the time for distractions. That's got to wait until later. Anyway, I hear you've got yourself the Purapad now. You know, that Purapad of yours can get a lot more powerful. I know it's real potential. I've got big plans for that device, but first I need to help Joshua with her investigations into the depths. But then, oh yes, then, I will head back to the lab in Hateno Village to resume my research. So, once I'm able to finish up here, you should join me there. Robbie's profile has been added. Robbie, head of Purapad Development, an engineer whose eccentric style adds a lot to his reputation as a wild genius. He once helped Link from his research facility at the Akala Ancient Tech Lab. Since then, he's moved to the Hateno Ancient Tech Labs to help Pura develop the Purapad. Robbie thinks he did much of the work on the device, so he's a bit grumbly that it's not named after him. Rauru, source of the right arm, someone who shares a name with the first king of Hyrule. He claims that the strange arm Link finds himself with was once his. Before he disappeared, leaving more questions than answers, he also said he'd learned of Link's existence from Princess Zelda. Zelda, Princess of Hyrule, the heir to a power that imprisons darkness. She sacrificed her freedom over 100 years ago to keep Calamity Ganon sealed away and prevent him from further destroying Hyrule. After Link helped free her from that long duty, she committed herself to rebuilding and restoring Hyrule, but has now gone missing. Purapad instruction manual? Nope. I think I understand how that stuff works. Okay, the last time we saw the word pose in a game was, in a Zelda game was Twilight Princess, I think? So, yeah. You know, that Purapad of yours, okay. Once I'm able to finish up here, you should join me there. Got it. So these balloon things that fell from the sky are called Zonai devices. There's still so much we don't know about them. But trust my boss Pura to take a thing we know so little about and turn it into something useful. She's the sharpest person in Hyrule. A creative genius. Yeah, they're chained to the ground though, so I can't exactly do anything with them. But I understand roughly what I'm supposed to do with them. I just can't right now. Autonomous Bog. Quagmire. You sink in too deep, you'll be unable to escape. Got it. Combat training! Oh boy. The shrine purifies the ancient evil. You who have entered here, heed my instruction. Use a side hop to avoid enemy attacks. This will create an opening that you can use to strike back. Target the enemy, strafe, and jump. I'm trying to swap over to something that I don't really need a lot of hits with. You know what, we'll go with the torch. Jump out of the way of attack at the last moment to execute a perfect dodge. Do a backflip to avoid enemy attacks and create an opening to strike back. You can repel an attack if you parry with your shield at just the right time. Strike back in the opening you create. Build up your power, and then release it to unleash a charge attack. Catch your enemies in this motion to damage them. Your mastery of these techniques has earned you access. Proceed within. Zonite Sword! A Zonite sword made of Zonite. It resonates with the attached Zonite devices to slightly increase its attack power. I'll drop this. So if I attach this, then it does more. It has more attack power. Sure. You know what? We'll pull one out. I guess I can't right now. I can do it when I'm outside. Addison! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Darn it all! President Hudson, are you okay? Oh no, what have I done? Alright, I'm sorry, President Hudson. I won't let you fall over again. That was unforgivable. It's all your fault startling me like that. Yes, I know it's just a sign, but I have to great respect for President Hudson, so I pinned the blame on you. Unforgivable, President Hudson. You haven't heard about Mr. Hudson. He's the president of our construction company. He's the one appointed by the princess herself. She placed him in charge of putting those material caches everywhere, and now he's shouldering Hyrule's restoration. Of course, he is also the founder of Hudson Construction, and besides all that... Sorry, what's all this? Hey, I'm right in the middle of President Hudson's epic tale of heroism. Well, fine. What was I doing before? I don't want the others getting jealous, so I haven't spread this around. But President Hudson gave me an extra special mission. That's to put up these signs all over the place and let everyone know that Hudson construction is a big deal. These aren't your ordinary signs, as you can clearly see. These portray Mr. Hudson himself in detail. Noble, glorious detail. It's unforgivable for even one of these to fall over. And so, I pledge to support him. Don't worry, Mr. Hudson, I'm here for you. But I can't stand here forever. I've got so many more signs to spread around. I don't know what to do. Try letting go. What? Are you going to support him? Alright, I'll let go. Whoa, unforgivable. What is it? I need to stay focused. President Hudson might topple over if I don't give him my full support. So, can you not bother me? Try letting go. What? Are you going to support him? Alright, I'll let go. Unforgivable. Okay, because it wouldn't let me attach it. Whatever, fine. Sorry, but I'm in the middle of something. Huh? Huh? Link? Is that you? You're alive! And all in one piece, it looks like. Well, partially. Does that mean Princess Zelda is safe too? Somewhere. What a relief! Hang on, you're alone? But you heard the princess calling out to you, and you're here to help with the search. I see. Or maybe I don't. I'm a little confused, but that doesn't matter right now. What matters is continuing our search for Princess Zelda. I'm relieved to see you come up here and help us out. Help us out, though. We needed some good news. The sheer amount of gloom has gotten overwhelming. Our work carries on, but we've been a bit dead in the water. Oh? Captain, it's Princess Zelda! There she is. Princess Zelda, she's safe. And she's gone. Wait, what? You saw that too, Link. You saw Princess Zelda turn into light and fly off, right? Yeah, it looks like when I exited Divine Beast. How strange. This is an emergency situation. Why would she leave without saying a word to us? We need to let Purah know about this as soon as possible. Considering what we just witnessed, I think it makes sense for us to withdraw, but it will take a bit. Please, you must tell Purah about what happened here as soon as possible. Got it. Everyone, let's withdraw. You go back, and I will, go over to right where I was standing. Yeah, right where she was standing. Knew it! Knew it! Korok's right where Zelda was. Alright, so we also have some nice... I need to change my map out a little. Oh, you're that guy from before. I'm putting President Hudson here, too. I can't stand here forever. I've got so many more signs to spread around. I don't know what to do. Try letting go. What? Are you going to support him? Alright, I'll let go. He's standing. How is the president standing? That was brilliant. I would never have thought of it. Oh, right. Well, let's get him secured while he's still standing. Put this right here, get that fastened, and... Perfect! With your help, President Hudson is now standing proudly and firmly in place. It fills my heart with joy to see him doing so well on his own. Take this with my thanks. Red Rupee. Also, you must be hungry after all that hard work, right? Let me give you a little something I made myself. Veggie rice balls. This home-style dish of Kakariko Village is stuffed with the bounty of the mountains. But don't feel like... I still don't feel like I've thanked you enough. This is a little something from my premium collection. A special gift from me to you. Sleepover ticket. A lodging voucher for a regular stable bed. A reward for collecting pony points. Spend it as a stable to get some rest and recover from the fatigue of travel. Now I can go to other places and put up more signs. With that, I'm off. Okay, so we're gonna have to help him a bunch. That's fine. Is that a silent princess? It is. This lovely flower was said to have been a favorite of the princes of Hyrule. They were once feared to have gone extinct, but it's not uncommon to spot them growing in the wild. Ah, they've recovered. Nice. I dedicate this monument to the memory of the souls lost to the calamity. Zelda. Link? Well, did you find... Link! Well, did you find anything?
What?
You're telling me Princess Zelda was at the castle, then she transformed into light and flew off. I've gotta say, your stories are always so wild. If you're telling me that's what you saw, then I've got to believe it. Sounds like we need to change our approach. Since the princess flew off, maybe we should redirect our efforts and dig into the upheaval. For now, at least. I've already got a few regions in mind to start exploring. I bet we'll pick up clues about where she flew off as to where, flew off to as we look around. Oh yeah, you've still got the Purapad, right? Can I see it for a sec? It's a little worse for wear, but seems to be functioning fine. Map, aha! Oh right, I forgot that before we can look at your overall map of Hyrule, we need to add map data from right up around Lookout Landing, and for that, we need our Skyview Tower. Really called it that? The name of the tower in Skyloft. Joshua, what's the status of the Skyview Tower right now? Let me see. Or Joshua. Outwardly, the structure looks to be complete. Oh, but the travel point is still undergoing final adjustments. Travel point needs tweaking. Sounds like I better get cracking. Sorry about this, Linky. I'll fix it up quick, so just hang tight. In the meantime, why don't you rest up? You must be pretty tired. The emergency shelter is just the spot for you. It has free beds and a kitchen, so it's well stocked for getting some rest and rejuvenating yourself. Want more info? Talk to the soldier who's watching over everything from the center, right where the emergency shelter entrance is. Need clothing for your travels? You should go to Mub's shop. I already went there. I'll be over by our Skyview Tower, so when you're ready to head out, just let me know.
Yeah.
Alright, Joshua. Let's work on our final preparations for the tower. I'll handle the travel point.
Check it.
Joshua, you're in charge of the switch.
Woohoo!
Okay, Doc. You can count on me.
Oh.
Sorry I didn't greet you properly when you first arrived here, Link. I was just so relieved to see you. My name is Scorpus. I've been charged with managing Lookout Landing. If you have any questions about the place, any at all, come right to me. I'll answer as best I can. Now please, allow me to open up the emergency shelter.
You!
Hey, it's me. Open up. This is a ceremonial dais. That is impressive. This underground vault used to be an emergency shelter for the royal family. Now we're making constant use of it. Feel free to make yourself at home in our vault. Use any equipment you want. Whoa, this is big! Link, welcome, welcome! Tell me, Monty, You'll find me employed as the gatekeeper of this fine establishment. This is the emergency shelter where all are welcome. Please, stay as long as you like. Emergency shelter? Indeed. This place was originally used by the royal family as a safe haven in times of need. Quite old, so we've been fixing it up as we go, you see. At this point, we've stockpiled some supplies, and I find it to be downright cozy. What are you doing here? I, Monty, have been tasked with the illustrious duty of watching the entrance of this renowned emergency shelter. My tasks involve taking orders from my superiors regarding when to open or shut the entryway. Noble task indeed.
Hi.
Watch your footing when using the ladder. If only one could go straight through the ceiling rather than using a tiresome ladder. Ha! But I digress. Oh, you mean like this? Okay.
Oh.
Hey, I know that face. And any face I know is the face of a friend. The face of a friend. Please, Link, help yourself to anything in this shelter. It's all yours to use as you see fit. Don't you dare go making a mess of this place and kicking up dust. I spent so much time cleaning in here, and there's still endless amounts of dust. Where does all this dust even come from, anyway? People, usually. So you're Link, huh? Some of the soldiers were just telling me. And as a simple man from Lurelin, I'm a little starstruck. We don't see a lot of celebrities back home. Lurelin Village. It's a fishing town in East Necluda, far to the southeast. Used to be a popular resort thanks to its sandy white beaches and gorgeous views of the sparkling sea. And we got attacked by pirates. Now no one's living there, let alone running the shops. Listen to me getting all gloomy. There is an upside. If not for the pirates, my wife and I wouldn't have come here. I should just shut my trap and enjoy the charms of Lookout Landing. I feel like such a fish out of water here. There's a whole lot of world outside my little village. Day in the Lucky Clover Gazette. Mysterious shrines appear all over the world overnight. Shrines appear everywhere due to shifts caused by the upheaval. With Pura as their leader, the Zonai survey team begins thorough investigations the world over. Guess this paper is a little old. Remnants from the Zonai civilization have started popping up all over. This calls for the Zonai survey team. Well, it should call for that, but instead they've got me hanging out here until further notice. I even spent loads of hours memorizing everything in the Zonai survey team book over there. Guess the best thing to do now is to stay on top of the news in each region, so I'm even more prepared when the call comes. Freezing temperatures bring feathery shivers to Rito. Rito are all over the newspaper lately. They live out in the Heber region, if I recall. It's in the snowfields northwest of Hyrule. Some surveyors grouse about going there because of how cold it is. It's very cold. And all they need to do is bring proper gear and supplies for cold resistance, and go to the Rito Inn to sleep on a luxurious, fluffy down bed. I know it's important to be on standby here, but I wish they'd send me out on a survey already. DSD. 3 big ideas. Read the Zonai survey team's 3 big ideas. Surveying shrines. Mysterious ruins that appeared due to the upheaval, with strange dome-like protrusions, we're calling shrines. They are believed to be from the Zonai civilization, but exact details regarding these shrines are unknown. When observing shrines as well as the fallen ruins, take note of their shape, the sky above, and the surrounding environment. Surveying chasms. Large holes appeared all over the world after the upheaval. They release gloom and are known as chasms. Gloom is physically harmful to people. Direct contact should be avoided. If the effects of gloom are making you feel ill, evacuate from the chasm immediately. Before entering any chasm, be sure to ask permission from Josha, the leader of the chasm surveys. Our team's purpose. We of the Zonai survey team were founded and tasked by Princess Zelda to study ruins and ancient documents. Through the lens of archaeological understanding, it is her hope that we will uncover the deep history of Hyrule. Due to the upheaval, many ruins from the Zonai civilization came crashing down from the sky. We have known very little of the Zonai, but we may now have evidence that their culture once flourished in the sky above. Our chief executive is Taro, The first individual in the world to find a clue deciphering Zonai scripts. Our current surveys are wholly focused on learning more about the Zonai civilization. Research results are shared out to specialists at the base in Kakariko Village. Got a picture of Zelda there. It's the same Hyrulean script, and yet it's so different from our modern language. I still have a lot to learn. Don't tell me. Based on your stature, physique, and distinctive right arm, you must be Link, am I right? Pura has told me so much about you. I am Wordsworth. My research specialty is Ancient Hyrulean. And by Ancient Hyrulean, I don't mean the text found in the Ring Ruins, but something different. It's what we call the language used at the times of Hyrule's founding. Our modern language is built on that foundation. These books here are written in that ancient tongue. They look like gibberish to your average Hyrulean. Are you curious about Ancient Hyrulean? I don't have anything to show you as things stand now. But I'm sure I'll someday have results posted and ready for all to see at the lab in Kakariko Village.
Oh?
Hey, are you new here? You may scoff, but I know a fresh face when I see one. I can say that because I'm a newcomer too. My name's Bermano, and they put me in charge of cooking for some reason. I want to say something fancy like, for today's menu, we'll have a fruit and mushroom mix that'll rev you right up. Yeah, I was looking forward to saying that, but I'm plumb out of apples. If I don't have my most important ingredient, say goodbye to rich, full flavor. My nose is detecting an aroma. A sweet, tangy, pleasant aroma. Could it be? Do you have an apple? Take this. Wow, you're really generous. I'm giving you the first crack at some grub. Hold on a sec. I'm calling it Bermano's Special Fruit and Mushroom Mix. Looks tasty, doesn't it? Restores 2 hearts. I like to make a big deal out of it, but anyone can make it. All you need is an apple, a mushroom, and a pot. You should try making some. I'm gonna try this. Oh well. Do not mix egg and apple when you're actually cooking at home. It tastes terrible. I've done it before. Because I thought that sauteed apples plus eggs would taste good. Sweet things do not go with eggs. Don't try it.
Oh.
Need to buy anything? You should talk to my wife. She's the Laurelin cutie who runs the shop upstairs. There was no one in my village quite like Kasi, I'll tell you that.
Oh.
Oh, hey. Is that you, Link? I've been nose down, so I don't know what's happening around me half the time. This is pretty involved, so I'm going to keep sitting here while I wrench on this. You might have heard, but when the upheaval happened, all the weapons decayed. I've poured so much energy into trying to fix them, but it's been no use. Decayed? Yeah, just before the upheaval, gloom began pouring out of the ground. It clung to the weapons, pulsing as if alive. We watched as the weapons rotted to pieces right before our eyes. It was all pretty wild, and I don't understand how it happened. At a time when Hyrule Castle can float, I've given up on trying to make sense of most things. Oh yeah. In case nobody has mentioned yet, you're welcome to the weapons over there. Though they probably won't be much use to you, since they're, you guessed it, decayed. Got a Boko Reaper, and a Traveler's Sword. Oh, it's you, Link. Pardon me for being lost in my work here. This map tends to get all my attention. Are you interested in the different peoples of Hyrule and where they live? That's my entire field of study. When I'm out on deployment with the Monster Control crew, I spend hours poring over our maps. As such, I'm the most knowledgeable in Lookout Landing about Hyrule's various peoples and their towns and villages. Various peoples? Aside from us Hylians, there are 4 other peoples here in Hyrule. The Rito, the Gorons, the Zora, and the Gerudo. Each live in a different area and have their own unique traits, whether it's soaring in the sky or feasting on rocks. The Hylians also live in villages that reflect our unique cultures. The Sheikah are renowned for their wisdom. In fact, our most prolific researchers are among them. The leader of Lookout Landing, Puro, is from the Sheikah tribe. Towns and villages? Hyrule has 8 major places that its various peoples call home. Lookout Landing is located here in central Hyrule. Up northwest of here, there's the Rito village and Hebra. Then there's Gerudo Town. That's located in the southwest Gerudo region, to the southwest in the Gerudo region. You'll find Goron City to the northeast in Eldin. Travel a bit further east and you'll come across Terrytown in Akala. Not too far from there is Zora's Domain. That's within the Lanayru region. Continuing to the southeast Hyrule, you'll come across a cluster of Hylian villages. These are within an area called Nakluda. Within that cluster, you'll find Kakariko Village, where the Sheikah live. I hear the village leader is quite lovely. If you're seeking a tranquil spot, Hateno Village is worth a visit. I also hear it's become Hyrule's center of fashion, and it's where Link's house is. Finally, there's Laurelin Village. It's a wonderful getaway destination. Many of the aforementioned towns and villages have been deeply affected by the upheaval. I sure hope my house is still there. If removing even a fraction of the monsters helps soothe the peoples of Hyrule, then that's what we'll do. Our monster control crew is on patrol each day, gathering information from everyone, everywhere. What about you? I work with the monster control crew. We're tasked with protecting everyone from monsters. There's been an uptick in their population since the upheaval. But I'm not really the most skilled in combat. So instead, I use my knowledge of the areas to help determine where we should make deployments. There's been an increase in the number of unfamiliar monsters since the upheaval as well. Be careful out there. Yeah, I came across one of them. I don't have enough for that. Link, right? You really are that Link guy, aren't you? I heard folks talking about you, and your face matches the one on the poster. Oh, sorry. You wanted a bed, yeah? You can go ahead and take whatever empty bed you like. Nap and sleep talking is probably audible here, so you probably want a bed a little farther from him. His physical condition has been deteriorating ever since he investigated one of the chasms. That's despite how long he's been back, which has been quite a while. He still hasn't made much of a recovery. The upheaval created massive openings across the land known as chasms. In fact, there's one nearby just beneath Hyrule Castle, and another to the south of Lookout Landing. But if you go plumbing into those depths, you'll come across plenty of gloom. You touch that stuff and your health will take a turn for the worse. Anyway, there's a young girl named Joshua. Oh, she's a girl. Whoops. Honestly, the design should have told me that. Who's been heading up investigations into the chasms. Despite her age, she's been leading the charge. Pretty remarkable, if you ask me. If If I put this here, then that goes there. Oh, no, that's not quite it. That should do it. Hey, Link, you all set? I just wrapped up here myself. Travel point is working fine now, or it will be once you do your part.
Hey!
We're ready, Joshua. Pull the switch.
Hey!
Ah, that's what that is. We're launching satellites. Got it. Well, not satellites. It looks like they're not going that high, but still. Okay, so all of the towers are active now. We're launching drone cameras or whatever.
Oh!
All of the Skyview towers have now been activated. They were all networked together. Okay. Okay, Link, your turn. Go hold the power pad over that terminal. Alright, the Skyview Tower is now active on your map. That means you can use this travel point to get here at any time, instantly. The same is true for every Skyview Tower you add to your river pad. Impressive, right? Impressive, right? But Skyview Towers are about more than just traveling quickly. Their primary function is to survey the area, or more simply put, to make a map. The river pad works with the Skyview Tower and scans the topography directly onto the map. Pretty great, hmm? Well, only thing is, you need a paraglider when you're scanning. It takes a lot of skill, and nobody here had what it takes. To be honest, that's why we haven't tested this out yet. We needed you. Which brings us to this. Woo! I got a paraglider! This item given to you by Puro lets you ride the wind and glide through the sky. Press X in midair to activate it. Yay! Full protection! Right, it's showtime. Let's start with a test scan. Now it's time for our very first test launch. I mean, our first test. Just step over there into the circle and find me afterward, alright? I'll be observing from the research lab.
Yeah.
When the test scan is over, we'll have a final briefing on the search for Princess Zelda. And I'll also need to update your map with the places where the upheaval has wreaked the most havoc. Best of luck! That's a Guardian. You're using a Guardian for this? Wow. That's a pretty good launch. Surface map updated. Sky map updated. While this is a long way up, it's not really near anything. I can't get anything. I can't really get anywhere with it. Welcome back. That was some good gliding up there, Link. I expected nothing less. So, how did it go? Did you get a proper map scan? Good. That map is crucial to our search. There are Skyview towers in every region in the world. You'll want to make a point of visiting them all. Right. Let's talk about the upheaval. It's affected more than just the castle. Reports of other strange phenomena have been coming in from all over Hyrule. Let's take a look at your map. The first report comes from Hebra to the northwest. Next up is Eldon in the northeast. The Gerudo are reporting trouble in the southwest. And finally, there's Nehru to the east. The strange phenomena are concentrated in these 4 regions. I'm just checking, how many map regions do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? Something like that. Well, there were 14 in the last game, too.
Yes.
I can't say for certain, but I've got the nagging suspicion that we might find out more about Princess Zelda by looking into these phenomena. Hey Doc, I don't know if this is helpful, but I heard something weird the other day. It was about someone who might have seen Princess Zelda at Rito Village over in Hebra recently. That is pretty weird, yeah? Generally speaking, I don't put much stock in hearsay, but this does sound like it's worth looking into. Oh, and before I forget, Link. We've asked the Lucky Clover Gazette to help us in the search for Princess Zelda. There's nobody who knows more about the goings-on in Hyrule than them. You can find them near the entrance to Rito Village. If you do go there, you should speak with the editor. I'm sure she could help out in some way, too. I'll be here, directing a variety of investigations into the upheavals, many chasms, and new ruins. I'll also be looking into the different villages. Someone somewhere might know what's happened to the princess.
Yeah.
I'm counting on you to check out the major phenomena that are troubling the regions around Hyrule, Link. We'll find Princess Zelda one way or another.
Oh!
Sorry, I can't talk now. There's something I gotta discuss with Goggles right away about our research into the chasms. Let's talk later. And by Goggles, she's talking about Robbie, so... Ah, what a pleasant morning! Oh, it's you! You know, that Pura pad of yours may seem perfect, but it could be even more perfect. I'll need to head back to the lab when Josh has got the depths investigation sorted out. Come on, Goggles, are you even listening to me? Oh, yes? Sorry, you were saying? I was saying that I want to go investigate the depths. Look, if you're not going to listen to me, I'll go and jump into a chasm myself. No way, no how, you can't do that. The depths are far too vast for you to explore on your own, and we've only barely begun to look into them. I'd love to go gallivanting around down there, too. Who knows what wonders are at the bottom of those chasms? But no matter how wondrous they may be, it's far too dangerous for you. I'm about to allow our young prodigy to go wandering around somewhere so unknown, so foul. If anything were to happen to Puro's favorite student, it'd be the end for me. The end! But I need more on that figure. If we have more info on it, then it should help us better understand the depths. What figure? Oh, swordsman. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave you out of the conversation. Joshua, head of depths research.
Yeah.
Let me get you up to speed. Our survey team brought back some artifacts from a journey into the depths. One of them caught my eye. Ah. This piece of slate, specifically the image depicted on it. See that figure standing on two legs with one arm raised up? Well, I have a theory. I think it could be evidence that a mysterious people once lived in the depths. That's why I want to go down there, so I can see if there are any more depictions like this one. I want to see for myself. But Goggles here says it's too dangerous, and he won't let me go. Joshua, come on now. Tell you what, I'll go down there myself and see if I can't find anything about the figure on that slate. And Link will join me. We'll start by looking for anything down there that resembles the figure on the slate. Assuming we find what we're looking for, we'll use your Purrpad's camera to take a picture of it for Joshua. A perfect plan. Camera? I don't know about the camera. It's one of the Purrpad's basic features. I can't use it, though. With the camera, you can capture nearby scenery as an image. One that's stored on your pad there. Sounds like you still have more to learn about the Purrpad. Well then, I'll teach you how to take pictures. Once we're down there, anyway. There will be lots of monsters in the depths, though, so I'll be counting on you to keep me safe. Let's see. I guess we should enter through the chasm to the south of Lookout Landing. I'll go on ahead. Once you're ready and raring to go, come find me there. Ta-ta! Wait, hang on. Looks like he's gone. Sorry you got roped into all this, swordsman. Goggles means well, but when he wants to help me, he leaps before he looks.
Yeah.
But here, maybe this will help you out at least. Bright Bloom Seed times 10. I have a lot of those. Whew. Oh, and take this too. Arrow times 5. The chasms are pretty deep, so light from the surface doesn't make it down there. It's pitch black. But if you attach the Bright Bloom Seed to an arrow and shoot it, it'll light up the area. Definitely a useful trick down there. Oh, yeah, okay. You'll want to head straight out of Lookout Landing's southern gate. You'll find the chasm Goggles used just outside. I don't know too much about how your camera works. Whoa! Was not seeing that coming. Thanks for the gift. It seems my, right. My alerts don't go off for gifted subs. I don't know why. Thank you so much. Okay, well, that'll be for next Saturday, but I guess I'll set up the, here, let me show you what goal filled. That's next Saturday, not tomorrow. I'll set up a poll. I don't know too much about how your camera works, but I'm counting on you to bring me that picture. Oh, and please look after Goggles for me. Swordsman? That's where I keep my research materials. Please, hands off, okay? Darn it. Joshua, head of depth research. A young scientist whose genius earned her the role of heading up depth research. Joshua finds it thrilling to be working with Purah, and though she helps with various investigations into Princess Zelda's disappearance, she's glad to focus her time on the depths. Alright. Well, we still got a mention of Pose here, which is going to be interesting. Trying to steal from a kid. Hey, that stuff is useful! What's that? Is it really you? Link, you've returned! It's such a relief to see that you're safe. Oh, let me introduce myself. I'm Grolins, head of the Monster Control Crew. It's our job to keep the monsters at bay as best we can throughout Hyrule. But aside from that, we've been assisting in the search of Princess Zelda, whose whereabouts are unknown. I'm glad to see you've returned safely, but I am gravely concerned about the princess. I'm holding out hope that the monster control crew brings back good news. They're searching the castle for her now. I see. Princess Zelda ascended into the sky above Hyrule Castle and then vanished? What a very strange thing. All the same, it's a relief to hear that she's alive. Well then, with that information, the monster control crew will resume our original duty of subduing the monsters. Of course, if we come across any info regarding the princess, I will report it immediately to Pura. I've assembled strategies and pertinent information at our headquarters in the emergency shelter. There you'll find folks with an intimate understanding of Hyrule's geography as well. If any of that is relevant to you, I encourage you to take the time to stop by. Alright everyone, it's time to move out. Blaxel Squad. For now, I'm positioning you in the south of Hyrule. Proceed to Farron. There are pirates running rampant in that area, so sweep the coast thoroughly. We're counting on you. And off they go. What have I been enjoying the most so far? How excited Link gets when fusing. I really like that there's an actual trade-off to how you use your materials. Like, when in Breath of the Wild, you had roughly 2 uses for every material, right? You could sell them or you could cook them. That's about it. Some things, like the Choo-Choo Jelly, had additional uses, like you could throw them at monsters and then hit them with an arrow to do some additional effects. But otherwise, it really didn't do much. I like how there's so many more things here, like the Dazzle Fruit breaks to blind enemies and stuff. But I also like that there's multiple things you can do with each of them, right? So you've got, you can cook with your ingredients here, right? But at the same time, you can also, add them to arrows and such to do more damage. You have all of these different things that you can add to the weapons and shields in order to do things. You can even take stuff like these Zonai devices and add them to weapons, weapons and shields. I picked up a shield that had one of these flamethrowers attached to the outside. So you could actually, when you're blocking it, put out a stream of fire. Yeah, that's actually, the reason why they made Tears of the Kingdom, they said, was because they had so many extra ideas that couldn't even fit in the DLC that they had come out with. At any rate, I am at the end of the stream time for today. We're gonna save. And when I come back on Monday, we'll be heading over to that chasm over there, because that's where our quest objective is. Not a main quest, but a side quest that will give us use of the camera, which I really think is a good idea to do as soon as I can. So, at any rate, that's gonna be all for today. So, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.